Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support. Kaka, thank you so much, because I had brought a case forward of an orphan who was left alone by the parents while breastfeeding, and has been living in a grass-thatched house. I want to thank God because through the funds, we have built him a 3-roomed iron sheets brand new house. Today we delivered beds, seats, we delivered duvets and blankets and other items. God bless you for whoever who donated to this cause. Kaka, back to the Kenyan politics. In June 2023, according to the available data, IGAD, which simply translates to Intergovernmental Authority on Development, Assembly of Heads of State in Djibouti, that had a conference last year, tasked President William Samoei Ruto of the Republic of Kenya to spearhead mediation, to spearhead mediation towards restoring democratic rule in South Sudan. The Assembly further tasked William Ruto to initiate talks between Sudan's political and civil society groups. In short, Ruto was given a responsibility to find a solution on the Sudan political conflict. Ruto took up the responsibility. He said, I'm up to the task. I hope you remember this time. It even went up on the news that Ruto has been tasked to find a solution on the ongoing political conflict in the South Sudan. Ruto started the initiation by finding a chairman who could spearhead on his behalf. So the leader was to directly report to William Samoei Ruto. So Ruto aliwekwa yeye akasema, by any means wewe tafuta uone vile ambavyo amani itarudi South Sudan. So Ruto kuketi akafikiria akasema, okay, kwa sababu I'm a busy man, what I'll do, let me also find a suitable leader who has vast experience on the South Sudan conflicts. I tasked him. So the leader was also tasked to call the rebel groups and the Southern Sudan government, sit with them, initiate talks, sign agreements, and come out with solutions. And the leader was supposed to directly report to William Samoei Ruto, and Ruto in return reports to IGAD. Now, in March this year, 2024, William Ruto, on looking around, he settled on Lazarus Sumbeyo. I don't know how we pronounce this word. Sumbeyo. Lazarus Sumbeyo. Those who know Lazarus Sumbeyo was a very common public figure during President Moi's government. Maybe if you want to know him more, just go to online and search. He was at one point was an army commander in the Republic of Kenya. But right now, Ruto appointing him, we say, Ruto also tasked Lazarus Sumbeyo, the former army commander as the chief mediator for South Sudan peace process. While appointing him, Ruto praised Lazarus as having vast experience of over 20 years ago. Yani kumaanisha 20 years ago, Lazarus also did the same thing. 20 years ago, Lazarus almost did the same thing. So Ruto said, at one point when I was reading, I found that Lazarus was a special envoy to Sudan, kutoka Kenya to Sudan. So he understands Sudan very well. So Ruto told him, be the chief mediator, call the teams, talk to them here in Kenya, because we are going to give you a space for that, and give me the resolutions. Now, 3 days ago, that was I think on Thursday last week, the government of South Sudan and the rebel opposition groups signed a commitment agreement and declared of peace during a high-level mediation talks that were hosted in Kenya. Walitoka Sudan wakaja Kenya, wakapewa makao, wakapewa hoteli na kila kitu, wakiendelea kuzungumzia mambo ya amani. In his statement, South Sudan President Salva Kiir praised Ruto and thanked him for hosting the negotiations. After all these efforts now, something is now emerging worthy attention. A very serious accusation. A very serious issue that if it happens, Kenya is going to have a bad name in the face of the Sudanese. Ladies and gentlemen, the South Sudan Liberal leader, General Stephen Bue Rolinyang, hey, those words, who is in Kenya for the ongoing peace negotiations, has threatened William Ruto to leave the negotiations after assassination attempts on him. Rolinyang, who leads the South Sudan People's Movement Army, claims that 2 attempts on his life have been made in a lifespan of just 1 week. So he claims his life is in danger here in Kenya. He is no longer safe to continue with the negotiation talks. According to the available records, it says Rolinyang made an official writing to the chief mediator Lazarus, explaining to him the assassination attempts, detailing how the assassination attempts happened. Now, Rolinyang stated that he will withdraw his team, all his team, back to South Sudan because he doesn't believe that Salva Kiir is serious and true to the negotiations. A further says in that letter that close associates of the Juba government had sent assassins or assassinators to Nairobi to hunt him and completely eliminate him from the face of the earth. He said the Juba security agents had employed Kenyan agents wearing dark glasses who have been loitering around the hotel where he stays. And he says They have been jumping from one toilet to another, holding his photos, holding Rolenyang's photos, trying to hunt him. Wanajaribu kumtafuta mahali amejificha so that wamuangamize. After noticing them, Rolenyang says, after noticing them, siwa anasema wamekuwa akijificha kwa choo. So after he noticed them, Rolenyang returned to his hotel and made an official report to the Kenyan government. He further said that one of the assassins, who is a relative to him because he has married from the assassin's home, came to the hotel, sat with him, and confessed that indeed, yes, we have been sent from Juba to eliminate you. Because you are my friend and you are my relative, I must keep you updated. So he now claims that President Salva Kiir is not honest with the talks. He says the assassination attempts are happening in a country where the president of that host country is the top leader who is leading the negotiations. So he says, better go back to Juba if these guys are not serious with the talks. We shall see how things will unfold. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.